Hi, myself JP Suchitra from Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute in the Physics Department. So now I'm going to explain about semiconductors. Contents, semiconductors, types of semiconductors, application of semiconductors, and then advantages of semiconductor. First of all, we should know about what is semiconductors. Semiconductors are the material whose electronic properties are intermediate between those of metals and the insulators. So they have a conductivity which is in the range of 10 to the power of minus 4 to 10 to the power of plus 4 seconds per meter. The interesting feature about the semiconductor is that they are bipolar and current is transported by two charge carriers of opposite sign. These intermediate properties are determined by crystal structure, bonding characteristic, and then electronic energy bands. Silicon and germanium are elemental semiconductors that they have four valence electrons which are distributed among the outermost s and p orbitals. These outermost s and p orbitals of semiconductor involve in sp3 hybridization. These sp3 orbitals form four covalent bonds of equal angular separation leading to a tetrahedral arrangement of atoms in space. Result, tetrahedron shape. Resulting crystal structure is known as diamond cubic crystal structure. Then types of semiconductor, which is divided into two types. One is intrinsic semiconductors, otherwise called as pure semiconductor. And second one is extrinsic semiconductor, which is otherwise called as impure semiconductors. In intrinsic semiconductor, intrinsic semiconductor is nothing but it is a pure form of semiconductor, that is insulator at 0 Kelvin, that is when at 0 Kelvin, that is when the temperature is very low, the semiconductor acts as a insulator. At the same time, when you increase the temperature, it behaves as a conductor. That's what semiconductor, it's called it as semiconductor. When a suitable form of energy is supplied to a semiconductor, then electrons take transition from lower energy band, that is a valence band, to upper energy band, conduction band. Hence, a free electron in conduction band or simultaneously free holes which is produced in the valence band. This phenomenon is known as the electron hole pair generation. In intrinsic semiconductor, the number of conduction electron will be equal to the number of holes, that is the vacant side in the valence band. Next one is extrinsic semiconductor. This is also otherwise called as impure form of semiconductor. The extrinsic semiconductor are those in which impurities of large quantity are present. Usually, the impurities can be either third group element or fifth group element. So, based on the impurities, we can divide the extrinsic semiconductor into two categories. First one is N-type semiconductor. Second one is P-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor. When pentavalent element such as phosphorus, arsenic or antimony added to the pure form of semiconductor, that is the 4 electrons are involved in covalent bonding with 4 neighboring pure semiconductor atom. So the fifth electron is weakly bound to the parent atom, and even when you apply the very less energy, it is released, leaving the parent atom positively ionized. Intrinsic semiconductor. The intrinsic semiconductor doped with pentavalent impurities are called N-type semiconductor. The energy level of the fifth electron is called the donor level. The donor level is close to the bottom of the conduction band. Most of the donor level electrons are excited to the conduction band at room temperature and become the majority charge carrier. Hence, N-type semiconductor, electrons are the majority charge carriers and holes are the minority charge carriers. Next one is P-type semiconductor, positive type of charge carrier present in the semiconductor. That is, when a trivalent element such as aluminium, gallium, or indium have three electrons in the outermost shell, which is added to the pure form of semiconductor, that is intrinsic semiconductor, all the three electrons of indium, gallium, or aluminium engaged in covalent bonding with the three neighboring silicon atoms. Silicon is the example for the intrinsic semiconductor. So indium needs one more electron to complete its bond. So this electron may be supplied by silicon, thereby creating the vacant electron site or hole in the semiconductor atom. Indium accept one extra electron. So the energy level of the impurity atom is called the acceptor level. And this acceptor level lies just above the valence band. These type of trivalent impurities are called acceptor impurities, and the semiconductor dope, the acceptor impurities are called p-type semiconductor. Even at a relatively low temperature, these acceptor atoms get ionized, taking electron from valence band and thus giving rise to holes in valence band for conduction. So due to ionization of acceptor atoms, only the holes, the acceptor atoms are ionized and no electrons are created. Thus, holes are more in number than electrons, so that holes are the majority charge carriers, electrons are the minority charge carriers in positive type semiconductor. Application, it is used as in the display, that is OLED, organic light emitting diodes, then RFID, and then organic nano radio frequency identification devices. Then it is used in the solar cell. Advantages of semiconductor. A semiconductor device on changing the temperature can be used as a conductor as well as an insulator. So this is the main advantages of the semiconductor device. It is also lightweight, small, it's look like very small, and the cost is very cheap, and find many applications in modern devices like computer and electrical appliances. Thank you.